I'm Lucas.
And I'm Ashley. And we are...
New Monster.
New Monster. Now, what is New Monster, Lucas?
New Monster is a collection of our ideas, formed, molded, and made with your help and the help of others that we can find.
Okay.
Basically.
And speaking of that, what did we just do?
We just filmed a promo video that is going to try to hype awareness of just us doing projects, basically.
Right, and does it make any sense at all?
It's up for interpretation. It's up for interpretation. It's fun. I had fun doing it.
Okay, and we're working on some other projects that are in the works.
Yes.
Just real quick, we're going to talk about, we've already talked about Collecting Nostalgia. I remembered the name.
You finally.
I did. Collecting Nostalgia, which is a show about, it is a web series.
Right.
That is about collectors.
Yes.
And about them, not their collections so much, more about the actual collectors themselves.
And like we had said before, it is a pop culture, basically references. Basically, if we are interested in it at all, it's probably going to get looked into. Things that we aren't interested in, Civil War relics, baby caskets.
Not that there's anything wrong with Civil War relics,
I'm just saying.
but that's not what we're focusing on
we're
this show.
More into pop culture fun stuff. There's a lot of gloominess going on, so we're looking more at the brighter side and the fantastical side of life right now. So no NASCAR stuff. There's nothing wrong with it, but too many collections. No Coca-Cola stuff. Just things like that we're not interested in. Help us out. That's what I want to say.
Right.
If you know anybody, if you have a collection, get a hold of us. Get a hold of us here on Facebook.
Yeah, facebook.com/newmonsterproject. We'll get you to our page, and you can like us there.
Yeah.
You can also leave comments in any of our videos.
Right.
And we can go from there.
Yeah, and just let us know. Don't put any of your personal information out there. Just give us something short and sweet. Just let us know that you're interested in how we can contact you, and we'll work it out from there. And we're not trying to exploit anyone. We're not trying to make fun of anyone. We are just definitely interested in people, and people that collect is what we're focused on.
You can also contact us at collectingnostalgia at gmail.com. You can send us an email about that. So that's where you can go with that.
This guy has a collection, and he collects many different toy items. He doesn't have a huge amount of one thing or another. He has a lot of a few things. And one of these things actually got him in the paper. Which one is that? Chattanooga Times?
That is Chattanooga Times.
Boom. He-Man. And this right here, lifestyle section, Cleveland Daily Banner, a couple weeks ago. Boom, right there.
And that is because I have a collection on display at Cleveland State Community College in their library.
So over 100 items, is that correct?
Probably more than that.
In glass cases.
They're in glass cases. That's true.
I wasn't that interested. I was interested, but not as interested as I was until I went and saw it. It's going to be up to the end of February. You will see this video in February. So I urge you to go to Cleveland State Library during hours and check it out.
Right, and the whole community, Cleveland, Chattanooga, they really embraced this. I've gotten a lot of feedback. I really wasn't expecting that. So
thank you,
so
everybody.
thank you to the local community.
We love your curiosity and your faces and food.
Okay, so are we gonna look at a toy?
Yeah, we're gonna. I brought you one.
You brought me one.
Yeah, I brought you one to look at because I opened one of yours. This one's been opened.
Okay.
But I want you. This is King Kong Bundy from the WWF line from the '80s, and if you read his,
it is. If you
his
read
hiney
his
right there,
his back in there. It is an LJN.
LJN.
Did I get that right?
He's kind of out of frame. You're gonna have to hold him high.
I know. LJN, one of the WWF wrestling figures, and they're rubber.
Hard rubber too.
Yeah, so no articulation at all. We talked about articulation last time.
You don't want this guy hitting your face.
No.
I really thought he was going to hit me.
So yeah, these guys were rubber. They had a wrestling ring in this line.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and they had Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake. They had Sergeant Slaughter.
But as you can see, that's what this whole line was like this.
Yes.
So, and they were all like that. So it's a fun line to have.
Really cool.
I mean, you can find these at shows. A lot of people, there's some vendors that I know that do have some of these guys.
How much do they go for? Do you remember?
I mean, it's all different things. It's not my
I don't collect either. I just have it.
But yeah, I mean, they're usually not too much. I mean, less than $10, I would think, for most of them.
And what's awesome about this guy is he's got a huge neck roll. You see, and that's awesome. You don't see a lot of neck rolls on toys anymore, but I want to open one of your toys, and this is another ThunderCats. This is kind of finishing up the new ones that came out, the ThunderCats Classics. This is Mumm Ra, which is the main villain in the ThunderCats series, the arch nemesis of
the old ThunderCats series, as well as the new one.
Right, they brought back a lot of
so we will take a look at this figure here. So let's open it up like we did last time.
Pretty easy to open too. So
yeah, I was really impressed with how simple it was. When you open some of these Masters Classics figures, there's about 5 or 6 or 7 pieces of tape that you have to pull out. But I mean, you pull it right out. Now this guy, I'm noticing right away, he actually is put in a little better than Lion-O was. In this, there is a little rubber band there. So let's...
Does that make a big difference to you if they have rubber bands?
If I'm opening it, which sometimes sometimes I open things and sometimes I don't.
Right.
If I'm opening it, yeah, I mean it's nice to have it in there, I guess. Right. But I just cut them, and they're usually pretty easy. It looks like there's just the 2. So
he has a lot of he has mummy wraps.
He does have bandages that you can, I believe, they are removable, which I think is pretty funny.
Yeah, you stick them onto his back, and they kind of flow out from the back because he's scary.
And
is he scary? Actually, are you afraid of him?
I'm not too afraid of him.
Are you afraid of me?
And why I'm not afraid of him is the same thing that I had to say about Lion-O. Is that I'm really...
He's not real, and you shouldn't be afraid of toys?
No, I don't like the wrists. The wrists really bother me.
He has a really limp wrist.
They're... No, it's
not personality-wise.
It's so,
yeah.
If I can get these in.
Yeah, you're not good at this.
No, I'm not.
You're terrible at this.
Because I
no pressure. You're not being filmed or anything. Time's up. Oh, this turkey's done, baby.
Let's see.
Is it that important? Come on, talk about it.
All right, so here we go. We have Mumm Ra, the ever-living, here. And you can see his... he's got his bandages there. I'm going to take these off.
Yeah. It's kind of distracting.
Yeah, it is. Now, he doesn't come with any weapons. He comes with bandages.
And extra hands.
He comes with extra hands, once again. So you can take their hands off, like we did with Lion-O.
Give him some nubs.
And so if you wanted Lion-O to cut his hands off,
yes,
you could use that.
And polish them into nubs.
As an option there. Now, lots of articulation.
Yes.
You got the knees, the ankles, wrists, as we said, elbows. You got upper arm articulation, head articulation. Now it's a complete kind of, it's on a ball joint.
Right. Again, the plastic is kind of airy.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. These figures, and this was something that a lot of people have said.
Yeah, if you throw this guy down really hard, he's going to break, it feels like.
This guy, you can't tell it because he's all one color. But the Lion-O, I didn't bring this up, but the joints are different colors from the arms.
Really?
Yeah, so like they didn't paint everything right.
Is this I should ask you, is this worth collecting?
Well, I mean, it's still an early line.
Right, because the cartoon is still fairly fresh.
Well, these are the classics that we're looking at here.
Right.
Now the classics, I like them.
But the classics wouldn't be out if the cartoon hadn't reissued itself.
That's true.
Or
these classics figures are based on the old cartoon.
Right.
And so far, they put out 2 8-inch classics figures.
Yes.
And then they decided, and that was Tiger and Lion-O, and then they decided that they didn't like those, and they decided to do away with the 8-inch line and do a 6-inch line.
Huh.
And they put out Lion-O and Mumm Ra.
Right.
So we expect to see, hopefully the classics line will continue. And looking-wise, these are pretty fantastic.
He's pretty cool. And
he looks really cool.
He looks angry, and see, I would need Lion-O to look angry.
Yeah. And Lion-O
to attack him. And if he was smiling, it wouldn't make sense. I wouldn't feel like I was getting protected.
So there we go. There's Mumm Ra, just kind of our first look as we open him up.
And King Kong Bundy.
And King Kong Bundy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much what we have. Don't forget about the projects that we're working on.
Which our promo video, don't know when it's going to be out.
May already be out.
May not.
May not be.
We have no idea. This video may not even be out. This video may still be on a computer somewhere.
So take a look and like our if you like our videos, like them on YouTube. Leave comments down below, and also
or write them on your hand and pretend we get them.
Subscribe also. Please subscribe
if you want to. Who cares? It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care what you do. But it was nice spending time with you. Thank you for coming out. I'm Lucas with New Monster.
And I'm Ashley from New Monster.
And we'll see you crazy little monsters later. Sorry, probably didn't. I'm ashamed.